Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So now we move to topic chapter 6, photosynthesis. Okay, so under this topic there are 5 subtopics. Okay, 6.1 is the overview of photosynthesis. 6.2 observation spectrum of photosynthetic pigments. 6.3 light dependent reaction. 6.4 light independent reaction, also known as Calvin cycle, and 6.5 alternative mechanisms of carbon fixation. But for my video, I only focus to the 3 subtopics. 6.3 light dependent reaction, 6.4 for the light independent reaction, and 6.5 alternative mechanisms of carbon fixation. For the learning outcome, for the subtopic 6.3 light dependent reaction, students should be able to explain the cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. There are 2 main stages of photosynthesis. The first one is the light dependent reaction, and the second one is the light independent reaction. For the light dependent reaction, it occurs at thylakoid membrane. So this is the structure, okay. So the white and the green one is the structure of the thylakoid, okay. One is the thylakoid, but here it have the stack of thylakoid, and the light dependent reaction occur at the thylakoid membrane. Okay, so this is the thylakoid here. Okay, so dia ada stack of the thylakoid, ada beberapa thylakoid yang tersusun, okay, bertindih. Okay, ada stack of thylakoid. Okay, in this process, the light, okay, photo, from the terms of photosynthesis, photo is used, or the light energy is used to split, okay, water into hydrogen and oxygen. So the oxygen here is the byproduct in this process. So oxygen is the byproduct. Okay, so selain daripada oxygen, it will produce or forming the ATP, okay, and also NADPH. Okay. While for the light independent reaction, it occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast. Okay, so this is the structure of stroma. Okay, the light blue, okay, warna biru cair adalah stroma of chloroplast, di mana carbon dioxide, okay, from the terms photosynthesis. So photo is used in the light dependent reaction, and synthesis meaning the carbon dioxide is used to synthesis or build up the sugar. Okay, so from this process, carbon dioxide is used to produce or build up the sugars by using the product in the light dependent reaction, okay, iaitu NADPH and also the ATP from the light dependent reaction. Okay, so dua produk ni digunakan dalam proses light independent reaction. Okay, so then dua produk ni, so ATP ni dia akan turn balik semula lah. Okay, bila masuk dalam the Calvin cycle, so dia akan produce back the ADP. Okay, di mana ADP ni dia akan digunakan balik dalam light dependent reaction. So begitu juga untuk NADPH. So dia akan hasilkan semula NADP+. Okay, di mana NADP plus ni dia akan digunakan semula dalam light dependent reaction. Okay, so before we move to the furthermore discussion in the light dependent reaction, so we look the structure of the photosystem. So how a photosystem harvests light energy independent reaction. Okay, So kita tengoklah bagaimana photosystem ni boleh harvest light energy in dependent reaction. So photosystem ni actually is the cluster of dia adalah cluster of so cluster of photosynthetic pigment. Okay, so cluster of photosynthetic pigment that acts like a light gathering antenna complex that consisting of a few hundred chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and carotenoid molecules. And in the light-dependent reaction, it involves two photosystem. Okay, photosystem 1. Okay, it involves the photosystem 1. Photosystem 1 and also photosystem 2. Okay, ada dua photosystem yang terlibat di sini. Okay, untuk photosystem 1, it has a reaction center chlorophyll, the P700 center. Okay, that has an absorption peak dia pada 700 nanometer. And while for the photosystem 2, it has a reaction center P680 with an absorption peak at 680 nanometer. So these two photosystem, they akan work together to use the light energy, okay, ataupun photon, okay, to generate the ATP and NADPH. Okay. Okay, so kita lihat ini adalah the cross section. Kita buat cross section of the thylakoid to look the detail structure of the thylakoid membrane. Di mana dalam thylakoid, pada thylakoid membrane ni terdapatnya the photosystem. Okay, structure kita panggil photosystem, iaitu cluster of the photosynthetic pigment molecule. Okay, untuk satu photosystem dia ada it consists of the light harvesting complex. So light harvesting complex ini terdiri daripada the antenna pigment molecules, okay, the pigment molecules. So pigment molecules ni yang akan passes the energy, dia akan transfer the energy from one pigment molecule, okay, to another pigment molecule. Okay, selain daripada light harvesting complex, so dia ada, kita panggil reaction center. Okay, reaction center ni dia terdiri daripada the reaction center chlorophyll A. Okay, dia ada special chlorophyll A molecule, panggil reaction center chlorophyll. Dan satu lagi adalah di sini ini adalah primary electron acceptor. Okay. So this is the structure of the photosystem. So apa yang berlaku when the antenna pigment molecules ni, antenna pigment molecule they absorb. So this is the photon. So when the antenna pigment molecule absorb the photon of light, okay, so this energy they akan passes from one antenna molecule to another from one pigment molecule to another pigment molecule, okay, until it reaches the chlorophyll A at the reaction center complex. Okay, dia ada special chlorophyll A molecule pada reaction center complex. Okay, and pada reaction center tadi saya sebut dia ada primary electron acceptor. Okay, so primary electron acceptor dia akan remove an excited electron from the reaction center chlorophyll A. Okay, akan berlaku kat sini kita panggil photoactivation. Okay, so dia akan this electron dia akan photoactivated and accepted by the primary electron acceptor. Okay, which is this primary electron acceptor dia akan remove an excited electron from the reaction center chlorophyll A. Okay, and this is the starting process. This will start the light dependent reaction. Okay, so saya ulang balik lah. At the reaction center ni, so an excited electron from the reaction center of chlorophyll A, okay, is captured ataupun accepted by the primary electron acceptor. Okay, so this is where the process of photoactivation of chlorophyll occurs. Okay, iaitu maksudnya kat sini berlakunya photoexcitation of electron in chlorophyll molecule structure and to start the light dependent reaction. There are three processes that occur in the light dependent reaction. The first one is the photoactivation, the second one photolysis, and the third one is the photophosphorylation. So we look first to the photoactivation. So actually photoactivation is a process where light or photon is absorbed by pigments to increase the energy of electrons in the reaction center to become excited. So what happened in this process is actually this when the pigments so kan kita ada the pigment the chlorophyll molecule ni lah so dia ada banyak pigment molecule here so ni adalah pigment molecule. So bila pigment molecule ni dia absorb the photon ataupun light energy, dia akan transfer this energy from one pigment to another. Okay, so to another pigment, okay, until it reaches the reaction center chlorophyll. Okay, reaction center chlorophyll ni dia ada chlorophyll, so dia ada chlorophyll A. Okay, so dia ada chlorophyll A. So this energy dia akan excite the electron in this reaction center. Okay, and what happen seterusnya adalah this energized electron dia akan release energy when transferred along the electron transport chain. Okay, so ini selepas dia excited, dia akan accepted by the electron acceptor. Okay, ni ada electron acceptor. So kemudian dia akan lalu ETC. So during the electron ni transfer along this ETC, so ada tenaga yang terbebas lah, dan tenaga ni digunakan untuk menghasilkan ATP. Okay, so this energy dia akan synthesize ATP and also to produce the reducing agent iaitu NADPH. The second process is the photolysis. Okay, photolysis is actually a process of splitting water molecules into electrons, proton, and oxygen that occurs due to exposure to light. And this process is catalyzed by manganese containing enzyme. Okay, so when it uses only one molecule of water, it will produce 2 proton, 2 electron, and half oxygen. So that's why in the light dependent reaction, it involves 2 molecules of water to get 1 molecule of oxygen. Okay, so the importance of photolysis actually the electron that produce ni dia akan digunakan to neutralize. Okay, electron ni dia akan neutralize, okay, positively charged reaction center in P680 PS2. Okay, untuk neutralizekan P680 the reaction center of P680, okay, in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Okay, in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. And the proton ni pula are used to reduce, okay, NADP plus to form NADPH. Okay, Dan satu lagi yang oksigen ni pula dia akan is a given off or used in respiration. Okay, and the third process is photophosphorylation. So photophosphorylation is a process where ATP is synthesized by using light or photon energy. And it divided into two, okay, photophosphorylation ni. So iaitu non-cyclic photophosphorylation and cyclic photophosphorylation. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation will synthesize ATP and NADPH, while for cyclic photophosphorylation it will synthesize the additional ATP. Okay. So kita lihat dalam cyclic photophosphorylation. So kita buat general overview lah sebelum pergi for more details the process of non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Okay, so dalam proses non-cyclic photophosphorylation dia melibatkan dua photosystem iaitu photosystem 1, okay, dan juga photosystem 2. Okay, photosystem 1 dengan reaction center dia adalah P700 dia P700, manakala photosystem 2 dengan reaction center dia adalah P680. Okay, so apa yang berlaku dalam proses ni nanti, the antenna complex, okay, in photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, okay, dia akan absorb the light. So kalian lihat so proses ni berlaku at the same time. Okay, so antenna molekul ataupun antenna complex in photosystem 1 and antenna complex in photosystem 2, dia akan absorb the photon, okay, ataupun light energy. Okay, dan apa yang berlaku, this energy dia akan transferred to the reaction center. Okay, dia akan pass from one pigment to another pigment sehingga sampai kepada reaction center. So pada photosystem 1 dan juga pada photosystem 2. Okay, so kalau pada photosystem 1 dia akan sampai reaction center dia P700. Kalau photosystem 2 reaction center dia adalah P680. Okay, so apa yang berlaku, dia akan increasekan the energy level of electron in chlorophyll A. Okay, chlorophyll A ni pada reaction center P680 and also P700. So dia akan increasekan the energy level of electron dalam in chlorophyll A ni. So electron akan excited. So ini yang kuning ini, ni yang kita katakan berlakunya proses ni panggil apa? Photoactivation lah. Berlaku photoactivation, okay, pada kedua-dua elektron, okay, reaction center pada photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Okay, elektron dia akan excited, tu kita panggil photoactivation. So this excited electron dia akan diterima oleh primary acceptor. Okay, so dia ada primary acceptor. Dan seterusnya, this electron dia akan transfer to the electron transport chain lah. So dia ada electron transport chain. Okay. So daripada proses photoactivation berlaku juga proses photolysis of water. Okay, iaitu splitting of water, di mana dia akan hasilkan elektron, proton and oxygen. Okay, so elektron ni, okay, kalian lihat elektron daripada photolysis of water ni yang akan neutralizekan the positively charged reaction center in P680. Okay, nampak dua elektron pergi kepada P680. Okay, then tu proton ni pula, apa yang berlaku, the last process lah, in the last process ni dia akan reducekan NADP+. Okay, reduce NADP+ to form NADPH. Okay, NADPH. Okay, dan manakala oksigen ni pula dia akan dibebaskan lah, okay, akan digunakan in the cellular respiration. Okay, so semasa elektron tadi dah yang energized elektron tu pass through the electron transport chain di ETC ni okay, so energi akan terbebas. So kalau nampak kat sini dia ada energi terbebas.
Dan this energy digunakan the energy yang release as the electron ni pass along a series of electron carrier in electron transport chain ni. So dia akan this energy akan digunakan untuk bind ADP to form bind ADP and inorganic phosphate to form ATP. So kalau nampak kat sini, kita hasilnya ATP. Okay, so boleh. Okay, so kalian lihat pada photosystem tu dia ada ATC ni sendiri, dan begitu juga akan berlaku pada photosystem 1. Okay, tapi pada photosystem 1 ni, okay, the electron tadi dia akan transfer along the electron transport chain until it untuk photosystem 1 saya discuss ni untuk photosystem 1 pula. Okay, bila electron tu excited, received by the primary acceptor, and then dia akan pass to the electron transport chain. Okay, sehinggalah it is received by the ferredoxine. Nampak ferredoxine ni ferredoxine, received by ferredoxine. Then ferredoxine pula dia akan transfer the electron to NADP+. Okay, at the same time ni NADP+ ni tadi dia receive 2 proton yang derived from photolysis of water. So tu yang hasilnya NADPH plus H+. Okay. Okay, so kita lihat, kita discuss secara lebih detail untuk non-cyclic photophosphorylation So tadi saya pernah ceritalah. Okay, kalau lihat step yang pertama adalah proses di mana photon strike the both photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Okay, so the energy ni at the same time, okay, the energy ni dia akan absorb by the antenna molecule antenna pigment, okay, from one to another one until it is passed to the reaction center. Okay, so bila sampai kepada reaction center akan berlaku proses photoactivation. Okay, PS1 and PS2 become photoactivated and the energized electrons are released. Okay, energized electrons are released and accepted by the primary electron acceptor. Okay, so dia berlaku pada photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. So ini dalam keadaan primary electron acceptor in the higher energy level. Okay, PS1 and PS2 are oxidized sebab dia dah pass, okay, the electron tadi dah release to the accepted by the primary electron acceptor, so dia jadi become unstable. Okay, so the both primary electron acceptor ni pula later, okay, dia akan oxidize juga, di mana dia akan releasekan electron to the both electron transport chain. Okay, so ini adalah ETC. Okay, pada photosystem 1 ini elektron pada photosystem pada photosystem 2. Okay, dia akan releasekan primary electron acceptor, dia akan oxidize dan releasekan electron to the electron transport chain. Okay, begitu juga berlaku pada the primary electron acceptor pada photosystem 1. Okay, so dia akan releasekan dia punya elektron and pass to the electron transport chain. Photoexcited electrons from PS2, okay, kita lihat PS2 photosystem 2, so dia akan pass along an electron transport chain. Okay, so dia akan pass to the plastoquinone, then to the cytochrome complex, dan seterusnya to the plastocyanin before ending up at an oxidized PS1 reaction center P700. Okay, so that's stabilizing the oxidized PS1. So it means that the electron yang lost, okay, from the P700 ni is replaced by electrons of P680. So dia akan stabilizekan the reaction center of P700. Okay. And as this electron pass along the electron transport chain, so kalau lihat ada energi yang terbebas, energi release and this energy is used to bind ADP to inorganic phosphate to form ATP, okay, via chemiosmosis. So the mechanism is similar to the process on oxidative phosphorylation. Itu dah masa kita discuss step dalam cellular respiration kan. Okay, so while for the photosystem 1, so the excited electron from P700, okay, dia akan receive by the primary electron acceptor, okay, and then from primary electron acceptor, this electron is transferred in electron transport chain, okay, di mana ferredoxin akan receive this electron, okay. Dan seterusnya ferredoxin dia akan transfer the electrons to NADP+, okay, with the help of enzyme NADP+ reductase, okay, dengan bantuan enzim NADP+ reductase. So NADP+ ni akan reduce to NADPH, okay. So at the same time NADP+ ni pun dia juga akan receive the 2 proton derived from photolysis of water. So terhasilnya NADPH. So NADPH ni adalah reducing agent that carrying high energy electrons to the Kelvin cycle. Okay, so electron from PS1, okay, electron from PS2, photosystem 2, so dia akan flow to the photosystem 1, okay. Bila dia lalu electron transport chain, dan sekali dia akan flow to the photosystem 1 pada reaction center P700 ni. So dia akan restoring the missing electrons in the reaction center of P700. Okay, so this however leave the photosystem 2 reaction center with the missing electrons. Okay, thus the oxidized photosystem 2 becomes a strong oxidizing agent dan dia unstable. So apa yang akan berlaku? Photolysis of water ni akan menggantikan elektron, okay, elektron daripada photolysis of water ni nanti yang akan digunakan are used to stabilize chlorophyll in photosystem 2. So the main objective of the non-cyclic photophosphorylation are to produce ATP and also to produce NADPH that act as a reducing agent. So both will be used in the light independent reaction, iaitu Kelvin cycle. Okay, so for the cyclic photophosphorylation, it's only involve photosystem 1. Okay, so under certain conditions, photoexcited electrons from photosystem 1, okay, can take an alternative pathway, okay, iaitu the cyclic electron flow. So apa yang berlaku, excited electron dia akan cycle from their reaction center, okay, to the primary acceptor, okay, and then along an electron transport chain and return, okay, along the electron transport chain, then they akan return to the oxidized P700. Okay, so as the electron flow along the electron transport chain, so the electron transport chain dia adalah ferredoxin, cytochrome complex and plastocyanin. So dia akan generate ATP. Okay, so ada energi yang terbebas dan akan generate ATP. So this ATP ni generate by cyclic photophosphorylation. Okay. So cyclic photophosphorylation allows the chloroplast to generate enough ATP to to satisfy the higher demand for ATP in the Kelvin cycle. Okay. Okay, so before I end my discussion in the light dependent reaction, okay, so actually untuk for chloroplast bagaimana dia generate ATP adalah sama macam mitochondria lah. Okay, iaitu by the same mechanism yang kita panggil chemiosmosis. Okay, chemiosmosis theory. Okay, so kalau untuk chloroplast, okay, apa yang berlaku bila an electron transport chain ni, bila elektron dia pass along the electron transport chain ni, okay, so ada berlakunya the pumping of proton, okay, across a membrane. Okay, so this will build the proton motive force in the form of an proton gradient across the membrane. So kita lihat kat sini dalam bahagian thylakoid lumen ni terdapat banyak the proton okay, the concentration of the proton tu meningkat pada bahagian thylakoid lumen. Okay, so apa yang berlaku, the proton dia akan diffuse back lah. Okay, sebab dia akan sebab tadi kan dia kata dia build the proton motive force in the form of proton gradient across the membrane. So bahagian thylakoid lumen, the concentration of proton ni sangat tinggi berbanding bahagian stroma. So apa yang berlaku, proton akan diffuse back across the membrane, okay, melalui through the enzyme, iaitu ATP synthase lah. Okay, dan bila the proton dia pump ataupun cross, okay, dia diffuse back across the membrane to the stroma, so ada energi yang terbebas, dan energi ni lah digunakan untuk bind ADP, okay, bind an organic phosphate to ADP to form ATP, dan juga NADPH terhasilnya ataupun produce NADPH, okay, on the stroma side of the thylakoid. Okay, sebab dalam proses untuk non-cyclic photophosphorylation terdapatnya penghasilan NADPH. Okay, NADPH ni adalah hasil daripada the final, okay, the last electron acceptor-nya adalah NADP+. Okay, dia akan accept the last electron, okay, the electron NADP+, and then together sekali dengan by the combining of the proton, okay, H+, so NAD+, dia akan reduce jadi NADPH. Okay,